Hey guys, welcome back to the Nostalgic Neighborhood. I've been loving the chats we've had here and on Instagram. It's awesome seeing so many folks reconnecting with BMX and skateboarding. And with that in mind, today we're diving into a topic I've been asked about lately, and that's choosing the right complete skateboard for getting back into it after a long break. And we'll cover that topic, but I'll also share why you might want to consider a custom build instead. Plus, we'll explore the different skateboard types to find what suits you best. So if you're an older guy or gal looking to get back into it, then you're in the right place, and let's roll. Before we jump into the idea of complete versus custom builds, let's make sure we're on the same page about different types of skateboards on the market. There are a few different styles. Some are better for casual riding, some for technical tricks, and some for pools and bowls at the skate park, and then some purely for nostalgia, and so on. So you want to make sure that you've got an idea of your riding goals so you don't accidentally pick up a board that's not well suited for your style.
Ripping style, Holmes.
So yeah, we'll cover modern popsicle decks, pool and park boards, old school boards, cruisers, longboards, and then there's others like slalom boards and SurfSkates that just aren't that popular today, so we're just kind of glaze over them here. First up are modern popsicle decks. There's a reason that they've been the standard for the last 30 years. Their lightweight and symmetrical design makes them the go-to for street skating and technical flip tricks. And there's not a whole lot to say here except for if modern street skating appeals to you, then this is definitely what you want. They come in different widths, and you can get a wider one around 8.5 inches if you want that extra stability. Next up, we've got pool and park boards. They combine the best of modern and old school designs, the symmetry and versatility of modern popsicle decks with added width from old school shapes for extra stability. And they're ideal for those who are less focused on mastering rails, ledges, and flip tricks, and for those who are more into skating mini ramps, bowls, and pools at the skate park. And I'd say that most middle-aged skaters who are still active prefer these boards the most, and they just sort of feel like coming home for many of us getting back into it. I've been riding a couple of old school shapes for the last year or so, including the Steve size deck here, and it's been fun learning to readapt to the 80s style with these super short noses. And if you're looking to get back into it just for the sake of nostalgia, then this might be your first choice. But if you're really looking for performance, I still think you might progress the most with a modern pool and park board, and then maybe consider one of these boards as a secondary fun board.
Beautiful.
Okay, cruiser boards. These are more casual boards, ideal for smooth rides over rough surfaces. They typically have softer wheels that provide comfort but with less speed, making them perfect for leisurely cruises. And you typically don't see people riding these at skate parks or doing tricks on them as much. They're most for kind of a cruising down the sidewalk or boardwalk type of vibe. I'm not really a big fan of these, but they do have their place for casual riders. And most of them are larger, often shaped like mini surfboards, but you'll see them in different sizes and shapes. And I'll lump this penny board here, and my daughter's old, I don't even know what you call this, a pop stick or whatever, but I'll lump these in with cruiser boards as well. And then there's the longboards. This is almost like a whole group of subcategories. Some are basically just longer cruiser boards for casual riding and doing fancy footwork, while others are highly engineered for speed and bombing like really big hills. But yeah, unless you already know that this is what you're looking for, I'd suggest you skip these for now too. I picked up this gravity longboard about 15 years ago, and while it's really cool and I love it, it's just not as fun for me as a more traditional skateboard, so it just kind of sits in the corner of the garage most of the time. And finally, we've got other niches like slalom and SurfSkates. And not to diss on those enthusiasts here, but if you're just looking to get back into skating after a long break, these probably aren't what you're looking for, and so we'll just move on. So in summary, if you're an older guy getting back into it, I'd recommend that you at least consider a pool and park board first, or maybe a wider popsicle if you skated much from the mid-90s on. But the point of all of this is, if you're considering a complete, you'll find that most of them are cruisers, longboards, and cheaper popsicle setups. You'll occasionally find old school completes, but the pool and park completes are pretty rare. Okay, so getting back to the core of today's topic, should you consider a complete or a custom build? And while completes offer convenience, custom builds from your local skate shop or sites like SoCal Skate Shop offer personalization and a deeper connection to your board. So yeah, the idea for this video stemmed from which complete should I get? And in some cases, a complete is a great choice. They're quick and easy, you just pick one out and then you can hit the ground rolling. but here are my concerns with them. It seems that most often completes are of the cruiser and longboard style. You'll often see a rack of them at shops at like Van Shoes or Zoomies, or you'll find completes as entry-level Popsicle decks. Occasionally you'll find complete old school setups from shops like Powell Peralta or Old Skull Skateboards, and they've got some great options, but they're often more expensive than building up your own with limited designs, and it's pretty rare to find a pool and park board as a complete. So if you're an older guy getting back into it and you totally gotta have an off-the-shelf complete, then I'd suggest something like the completes from Powell Peralta or some of the pre-assembled customs from Old Skull Skateboards. But nothing beats shopping at your local skate shop. You'll get more personalized advice and maybe a connection to your local community. And if you've got a shop that caters to older skaters and you're just getting back into it, then I'd suggest that this is definitely the place to start. They'll chat through things with you to make sure you're making a good choice, and then they might even help you get connected to your local old man skate group in your area. The thing is, not all shops are equal, and most are more focused on modern street skating with walls full of Popsicle decks. They may not have a big selection of stuff for older guys, and to keep the sale, they may point you towards either a modern Popsicle deck or maybe even a basic cruiser deck, so that's something to be aware of. But again, if you have a cool shop with a good selection, they're going to help you pick everything out exactly to your liking. They'll help ensure that you get the right size trucks and wheels for your deck, and supporting your local skate shop helps indirectly support your local skate scene. Okay, the third option is just shopping online. And if you don't have a local skate shop, or if your shop can't get what you're looking for, then shopping online is a great choice. With coupon code and free shipping, it can often be the most economical too. But I get it, if you're just getting back into it, you may be confused with all the options and you don't want to mess things up. So that's why I recommend online skate shops like SoCal Skate Shop and Old Skull Skateboards. They're owned and operated by skaters. You can always give them a call or send them an email. And so while it's not quite like supporting your own local skate scene, it's still better for skateboarding than if you're shopping at Amazon or big chains like Zoomies. SoCal Skate Shop has a really cool board configurator option on most of their decks. Below the Add to Cart button, they usually have a Build Complete button. And when you click it, a board configurator comes up. And it'll allow you to customize a build exactly to your liking. And for each category, there's a compatibility filter to ensure that you're only looking at components that are appropriate for that deck size. And then it shows you progress across the top. But if you're still wanting to take the guesswork out and you want to complete, they have options sort of like we had in the magazines back in the day, where you pick out a deck and then you pick out a parts package and then they assemble it for you. So for example, on SoCal Skate Shop for this Jason Adams deck, you'll see bronze, silver, and gold packages that are pre-selected for your deck choice. So if you click on the Show Parts link, you'll see what's included in each tier. The main difference are the quality of the wheels and the bearings. Just choose your price point, click Build It, and then Add to Cart. They'll give you a discount for the custom complete, usually around $10, and then they'll give you the option for free assembly or for you to assemble it yourself. So after thinking through all of this, if you're looking for a complete skateboard and don't have a great local skate shop, this board builder from SoCal Skate Shop would be a great choice. I've got no affiliation with SoCal Skate Shop, but I have been buying from them for around 20 years or so now. It's skater owned and operated with deep roots in the community and some really good folks there. And while I've made most of my purchases from them online, I have visited their physical location in LA before and it was a blast. So that's it. This video is geared more towards the guys getting back into it. But if you made it this far and you have thoughts to share, please let us know down in the comments. Do you have a different take or any other suggestions? And if you're on the other end, if you found this helpful, then please give it a like and maybe consider subscribing. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.